I know that one of the important things for you when you're writing any film, whether it's Cockneys versus zombies or anything else, is putting a playlist together, isn't it, of tracks that you listen to while you're doing it. What kind of stuff are you listening to for Cockneys versus zombies?
I had a huge playlist. There was plenty of Chas and Dave, as you can imagine, quite a bit of Sham 69, Park Life by Blur, the Grandstand theme music, all sorts, like lots of kind of funny comedy songs, lots of rock and fast music, very little serious music, and lots of jokey stuff.
Is this something that kind of carries on with the director and the cast as well, that you pass these lists on to them and they can kind of listen to it and get in the mood, or does it affect the music in the film?
Well, I sent Matthias 2 CDs of my playlists just to say, look, here's the stuff I was listening to. You know, if you want to listen to it, that's great. And I suggested a couple of songs for the film. One didn't get in, but one did. And I've been trying to get it into a film for years and years. So I'm so excited. And I'm not going to say what it is, but you'll know because I've mentioned one of them. So you'll know what it is when you hear it.
Just when you think you've seen every kind of conceivable death and every kind of conceivable zombie movie going, you come up with something fantastic like this. I mean, was it fun or was it daunting and difficult, kind of coming up with these really inventive zombie kills?
Oh, it's hugely fun. I've been watching zombie movies all my life, so I've been waiting to write a zombie movie for years, since I was a kid. So I've got all kinds of different kills stored up in my head, and I said I would put them all in one zombie movie, and I've just splurged loads of them in there. So I didn't think we'd get them all in. I thought they'll probably take about half of them because there won't be room, but they've got everything in, so it's pretty gory, it's pretty full on. I'm amazed we got a 15. They must have all been drunk at the BBFC.
If you had to pick out one of those kills, which would be your favourite one?
Ooh, I think there's two in the warehouse involving the same person. I don't want to spoil it. Two of them that are in the warehouse, and you'll know when you see it.
Now, I know that when you were kind of growing up, you were really into special effects as well, and you watched loads of kind of programs about it on TV. Did that mean that you had an idea when you were writing these kills and the various scenes in the film, this is possible, or they might do this like that, or did you just think, to hell with them, they'll work it out?
Oh yeah, I didn't care. I just went for it. I didn't hold back on the gore, on the action, on the swearing. They said they wanted a 15 cert, and they only had like a certain amount of money. But I just wrote like a £50 million movie with an 18 certificate, and the finished product, it actually got through with no cuts as a 15, and we managed to pull it off in the time with the money, and I don't know how they've done it. I say they did it. I don't know how they did it. It was pretty impressive.
I know, as you said, you're a massive zombie fan. You've got a little role in the film, haven't you? Don't you appear as a zombie in it?
I appear as a scared bank customer, and then in a different scene I appear as a zombie, but I was cut out as a zombie. I know.
Were you devastated?
I was horrified, but what happened was all the other actors were so jealous of my acting skills. They said I was making them look bad, so they insisted that I be cut out, otherwise they wouldn't carry on with the film. It's really annoying and upsetting, but what are you going to do?
That's actors for you, hey?
I know, they're so insecure and vain and ugly.
Now, how would you fare if we actually had one of these zombie apocalypses? If you think, how would you do, and what would be your weapon of choice?
I have a plan all ready to go. It's basically, as soon as there's any signs of an apocalypse happening, even before it's coming anywhere near you and you're not sure, just go and kill all the neighbours, take all their stuff, and then clear out all of the shops in the area. You'll be able to do it because there's still time, and then just get in your house, barricade it up, make little escape routes into the neighbours' houses because they're all dead, and then just wait. And if anyone comes to your door, just shoot them. Doesn't matter if they're not bitten or anything, just shoot them. Don't trust anyone because they'll turn on you sooner or later, or they've probably been bitten or something. And then just get drunk and wait, and you'll wait it out and it'll be fine.
I like a man with a plan, I must say.
Absolutely, yes.
Now, there's a scene in the film where there's zombie football fans, aren't there? And I think it's West Ham and Millwall, isn't it? Is that right?
It's not meant to be any particular football club. Partly because we didn't want to offend people who were genuine fans who don't cause trouble, but also partly because I know nothing about football, so I didn't know who had the rivalry. So I just said, one side's got blue scarves, one side's got red scarves, because they'll look different. So I have no idea. I didn't know what teams have what colours. So
I was going to ask you, who would you put money on in real life?
with football teams, I have no idea.
I mean, if there were zombies, who would win?
Oh, I don't, between Cockneys and zombies? I don't want to spoil the film, but if there really was a zombie outbreak and I was out and about and couldn't get home, then I'd probably go and find Alan Ford and Michelle Ryan, and I'd make them protect me.
That would be a good plan, I think, if your the 4-point plan didn't work. Now, talking a bit more seriously now, if we can, it's a great, obviously, horror comedy, this, but it's a very difficult kind of recipe to get right, isn't it, I think, horror comedy. What is the secret behind it? How do you get the balance right?
I think just try and make sure that the jokes don't undercut the actual scares and the jumps. And we try to make sure that there's no actual jokes in the film, and all the humour comes from the characters and how they react to things. So, they're not making jokes like on Friends. They're just, if Alan Ford goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake," then that's not a joke, but it's hilarious because he's saying it about a zombie, and he's kind of weary. He's like, "Oh, what now, zombies? I've seen it all before." So that's where a lot of it comes from. And just making sure that you treat the gore and the scares seriously and don't undercut them. It's a tricky balance to do, but I hope we pulled it off.
Oh, you definitely did. I mean, you mentioned Alan Ford there, and I know that you wrote the role with him in mind, didn't you? Were there any other actors, or some great cameos in the film as well? Did you have people in mind already when you were writing those?
We had a few people in mind for the cameos, so we were able to sort of pick and choose the people we wanted to get. But yeah, the only person it was written for was Alan. So from day one, Ray was Alan Ford, pretty much, and he's kind of like that in real life. He knows how to handle a gun. Scarily, like he was, we were trying to explain how the guns work. He's like, "Yeah, I know how this one works," and we were like, "Oh, okay, Alan."
Don't mess with him. Now, what's next for you, James?
I've got Tower Block on Monday, which will be out in September. So that's my next release in a few weeks, and then after that I've got a few other films that I'm hoping to get made, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what the first one is. So I'm open to offers.
I know you've done TV as well, things like Doctor Who. Would you be open, or would you like to go back to doing things like that as well? Because obviously they've got a huge fan base, haven't they?
Oh, I'd love to, yeah. I've always said if they ever call me back for Doctor Who, I will come running. No matter what I'm doing, I'll make time. So if they want me, I'll happily go back.
Well, it's been absolutely lovely speaking to you, James. Brilliant film, well done, and lots of luck with it.
Thank you.